Good evening. We're back with more Marvel Champions. And this evening we'll be testing out Quicksilver versus Red Skull on Expert difficulty. If it goes well, Zola as well. I have two variants of Quicksilver I'd like to test out, Protection and Leadership. And we'll test out Protection first and see how it goes. So we just want to see here how strong Quicksilver is compared to other heroes that we've tested out. Friction resistance, that's great to get that early. Definitely keeping it. Probably just keep everything. Oh, one encounter card because of Red Skull. So let's get started. I can discard 2 and draw 2 if I want to, but I don't really. We'll definitely get out friction resistance. We'll go 1, 2, 3 for friction resistance. And then we'll go thwart for 1. Ready Quicksilver and generate a resource. And we'll use that and power all of us for maximum velocity to get +2 thwart, attack, and defense until the end of the round. We'll thwart again, get rid of the red house. And we'll draw 5. So we got 1 threat, and that means 1 side quest. Prison camps, okay. Then we've got 1 attack, and Quicksilver will guard, defend that. He's got +2 defense, so Red Skull's attacking for 1, 2, and not an undefended attack, so no damage, and he readies up. We generate a resource each time, but what's the point? I guess I could use desperate defense. I don't know if there was another attack. I'm not exactly sure how that generated resource works. Anyway, we got 2 encounter cards. Exhaust a character you control for each side scheme. And Red Skull's Luger. Okay, for the hero phase, we want to get out. Iron Fist is really good, but so is Hyper Perception. Can't really use Hyper Perception this round. I think I'm going to get out Iron Fist. And use him to deal 3 damage. And stun. And we'll draw 5. So we got 1 threat, 1 side quest. That's not a side quest. Means discarding 5. It's 3 different resource types. And then we've got 1 stun removed, and should actually have been 2 threat +1 for the prison camps. Then 1 encounter card, which is Hydra Jet Trooper, and it quick strikes for 2, which will have Quicksilver defend for 1, and then he can ready. So on to the hero phase. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4 to get out Nick Fury, and we'll draw 3. Interesting. Let's go Quicksilver thwart. Well, no. So I used friction resistance incorrectly first time around. We'll use it to generate a resource along with multiple man. We'll get out accelerated reflex. Then we'll use Quicksilver to thwart. We'll ready up friction resistance and Quicksilver. We'll use friction resistance to get out unflappable. We'll use Nick Fury to thwart the prison camps. We'll use Iron Fist to deal 3 and stun. We'll use Quicksilver to thwart again. And we'll draw 4. So 1 threat. After prison camps was cleared, I get to play an ally. And that's going to be Luke Cage. Guess it could be War Machine. Did I not put Luke Cage in this deck? I forget. Oh, there he is. We'll play Luke Cage. And he would get an action last turn, which would be 2 damage. Okay. So we added 1 threat, or did I add 1 threat? I did add 1 threat, and now we got a side quest. Center the Past. Then we remove stun. We've got an attack from Hydra Jet Trooper, and we'll use... so his Quicksilver's defense is 2, so I'll use him to defend. And he takes no damage, so we'll draw a card with Unflappable. We'll ready Quicksilver, using his once per phase. And we've got an encounter card coming, which is Twisted Reality. It goes on a side scheme and has Insight 1. So we got a lot of threat to deal with. And Nick Fury is going to leave play at the end of the round. So let's go ahead and use Friction Resistance and double time to get out Reinforced Sinew for +1 attack. I think we'll use Scarlet Witch here to stun the boss. We'll go one, two. And use Quicksilver to thwart. Ready him up with Friction Resistance. Gonna thwart again. He's always be running and thwart a 3rd time. It's pretty inefficient, but I want to deal with that before it gives me another encounter or another threat. So let's just go ahead and retire Iron Fist to take out the Hydra Jet Trooper. No, I'm going to leave the Hydra Jet Trooper in play, because he can give me another card with Unflappable. So we'll just draw 5. Ready up. It's 1 threat, 1 side quest. Hydra Patrol. Remove stun. Attack for 2. Quicksilver will defend. Draw a card. Ready himself. And then we got 2 encounter cards. Villain Schemes, that's going to advance the scheme. And he gets a tough status card. And reveal the top card of the side scheme deck. Sleeper Awakens. And then Shadows of the Past. Okay, I'm about ready to call it. Insight 1. Haven't officially lost yet, but I've lost. So the hero turn. I can get out Ironheart, draw a card. And I've got not much threat removal here. Maybe I should try out a Quicksilver Justice variant as well. since he doesn't have that much threat removal in 8, and he needs time to get set up. We can go Luke Cage plus Iron Fist to get rid of Avalanche. Avalanche should have been sighted for 2 and given me 2 indirect damage. So he dies. We'll use Iron Heart to take out this toughness. We'll use Quicksilver. Quicksilver's 2 thwarts to deal with one of these side quests. And I have all resources and not much to do with them. We'll draw 2. Maybe it's not protection that's the problem. Maybe this particular deck isn't that good. Okay, then we have attacks. Got Red Skull on Iron Fist. We got Hydra Jet Trooper, which Quicksilver can defend. Use them flappable. And we'll use Quicksilver to defend against Never Back. We'll use Never Back Down to stun this enemy. And we've got an encounter card, which is Hydro Exo Soldier. Okay, so for the hero turn, I still haven't drawn my +1 thwart. I've got maximum velocity and 2 always be running. But I can't. Okay, so how do we want to do this? Let's go Power on All of Us, always be running. Genius for maximum velocity. That puts him at 3 thwart. So we can go thwart. Get rid of that. Ready him. Thwart again. Get rid of that. And the Hydra Exo Soldier. Hydra Exo Soldier actually goes away when we did Hydra Reinforcements. Then we gotta bring in another Hydra enemy. Thanks to Hydra Patrol. And that's gonna be a Hydra Regular. And then we'll use Friction Resistance and always be running. To clear out Mass Chaos, we'll use Luke Cage to deal with the Hydra Regular. And we'll draw 5, so we're still alive. Not quite dead. 1 threat, 1 side quest. Censor the Past. 1 attack from Red Skull on Ironheart. Exhaust a character you control. Then Hydra Jet Trooper will exhaust Quicksilver to defend that and then ready him. And the Sleeper will attack again. And this time we'll just face tank. Then we got 1 encounter card. Another Hydra Soldier. Or, not another, but a Hydra Soldier. Okay. Multiple mana is okay here. I wish I had +1 thwart. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 for multiple man. Out of cards, so it's going to be an encounter card. We can use Quicksilver to thwart for 1. Ready him. Get energy barrier out. Use Quicksilver to thwart for 1. Multiple man to thwart for 1. Multiple man to take out Hydra Jet Trooper. Limping along. There's Hyper Perception. Okay, so 1 threat, 1 side quest. And 1 attack on multiple man. Then 1 attack from Hydra Soldier, which Quicksilver will defend. And then ready. 1 attack from Sleeper, which Quicksilver will probably face tank. Oh, I forgot about the stun. That should have been removed in the past, but we'll just account for it now. And we got 2 encounter cards coming. For some reason I thought that was a tough on him. Oh, that's going to be the end of the game. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it. Okay. Well, let's get the Quicksilver Leadership version set up. And then we'll also try Quicksilver Justice if the Leadership version doesn't work. Okay, we're back. Continuing to test Quicksilver. This time with Leadership Quicksilver. Interesting. What do I want to keep here? Keep the Cyclone. I think that's it. I'll keep Rapid Response. Okay. So let's go flip. Or do I want to discard 2 and draw 2? I think I'll just flip. We'll go Power in all of us for Stinger. We'll go Rapid Response Morale Boost for Hyper Perception. And we'll thwart for 2. Ready him. Thwart for 1. Attack for 1. And draw 5. So 1 threat, 1 side quest. The Sleeper awakens right away. And then we've got an attack from Red Skull that'll go on Stinger. Exhaust a character you control. That hurts Quicksilver. Attack for 3. 2 encounter cards. Not off to a great start here. When revealed, exhaust a character you control for each side scheme in play. And the villain schemes for 5. And there is no way we can deal with a threat bomb like that early, so we're going to probably end up advancing to phase 2 pretty early on. Let's go ahead and use Morale Boost to play Quinjet. Let's use Quinjet to stun the boss. May actually just go ahead and use Maximum Velocity too to stun the Sleeper. Then we'll draw 5. 1 threat, 1 side quest. Remove stun, 1 encounter card. Hydra Regular has Insight 1, that's going to bring in another side quest. Okay. 1 token on Quinjet. Go 1, 2, 3 for Accelerated Reflex. That doesn't cost 3, that costs 2. 1, 2, 3 for Scarlet Witch. We'll use Quicksilver to thwart for 2. That will bring in another Hydra minion though. Use Scarlet Witch. We'll try to high roll with Scarlet Witch. We'll thwart on the prison camp. So we got to discard the top card of the encounter deck. Hopefully it's boost 2. It is. Okay. So +2 to her thwart is 3. That means we can go get an ally and put it into play. That ally will be Giant Man. So Giant Man attacks for 4 at the moment. Let's use Quicksilver to ping the toughness off. Ready him. I'll use Giant Man to attack for 4. Quicksilver to attack for 1. Okay. And then we'll draw 5. So we got 1 threat, 1 side quest incoming. I think in the last game I forgot about the extra card from the Hydra reinforcements. Would have made it even worse. So we got an attack from Red Skull. He's attacking for at least 4. I think it's going to have to go on Scarlet Witch. Attacks for 4. And then the Hydra regular can attack Quicksilver. He defends for 2. So no problem. Then we got an encounter card coming. Twisted Reality on... I'll put that on Hydra Patrol, I think. Okay. Token on Quinjet. Let's go 1, 2, 3 for Mockingbird and add a stun. Let's go ahead and use Mockingbird to thwart for 1, use Quicksilver to thwart for 2. Ready him. Use Quicksilver again to thwart for 2. It's going to bring a Hydra regular into play. Use Giant Man to take out one of the Hydra regulars. It's also going to bring an extra encounter card. Oh, the Sleeper Awakens is out of there. And should I use United We Stand? I am on phase 2. So I can heal 2 characters of 1 damage each. Let's do that. Then we'll draw 4. So 1 threat, 1 side quest. Hydra reinforcements. Remove stun. Attack for 2. Forgot to ready everyone. Quicksilver defends the attack for 2. Then we have 2 encounter cards coming, +1 for Hydra reinforcements. So that's going to be Master Strategist. Red Skull Schemes for 5. Spreading Lies, 2 threat on each scheme. So we're close to flunking out with that threat bomb. So what allies do I have here that could be helpful with that? Scarlet Witch, maybe? Probably Scarlet Witch, or I could just use the extra thwart. Or the double time. We get 1 token on Quinjet. Giant Man should be... Oh yeah, I healed him. Never mind. Let's thwart for 2. Let's use Quicksilver to thwart for 2. Ready him. Let's use double time for 1, 2, and 2. Let's use Quicksilver to thwart for 2. Always be running. Thwart for 2. Thwart for 1. Okay, we're in danger of stabilizing now. We may actually stabilize. 1 threat, 1 side quest. That's 3 resource types. And then we've got an attack from Red Skull. We'll put that on Mockingbird. It's going to get 1 extra boost card. Give the villain a tough status card and another boost card. Attached to Red Skull. So Rip Mockingbird and Master Strategist is gone. And then we got 1 encounter card to deal with, which is Twisted Reality. Alright, 1 token on Quinjet. We'll use Quinjet to pay for Goliath. We'll go Rapid Response to pay for Quinjet. We'll use Goliath and Quicksilver to get rid of Mass Chaos. Ready Quicksilver. We'll use Giant Man to get rid of 2 threat. Twisted Reality means another encounter card. We'll use Quicksilver to attack for 1. Remove the toughness. We'll use United We Stand to heal 1 from each of those friendly characters and then draw 4. So 1 threat, 1 side scheme. Prison camps. And then 1 attack from Red Skull. That's going to have to go... I'll have Quicksilver defend that. So the attack is for 1, 2, 3, 4. So he takes 2 damage. Ready's up. And we have 2 encounter cards coming. 2 more. The villain attacks you. I'll have that go on Giant Man, I think. I don't like to do it, but can't have Quicksilver taking that damage, I don't think. So 1 more. The villain attacks you. This is probably the end. We'll have Quicksilver defend. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's game. Okay. We'll try 1 more variant, a Justice variant. And we're back with a new Justice variant of Quicksilver, and we'll see how it goes. Skilled Investigator's fine, Followed is fine. Now this is all fine, I think. 1 encounter card, so let's go ahead and flip to Quicksilver. We'll go Skilled Investigator. Go 1, 2, 3, 4 for War Machine. And use him and Quicksilver to clear the red house. Which will draw a card for Skilled Investigator. Ready Quicksilver. And we'll just deal 1 damage and draw 3. So 1 threat, 1 side scheme. Sleeper Awakens. 1 attack from Red Skull, that will go on Quicksilver. So the attack is for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ouch. Quicksilver is very squishy. 1 attack from the Sleeper. I think that'll have to go on Quicksilver as well. And then we got 2 encounter cards coming. If that's another attack, I probably just lose. Master Plan. Places 4 irrelevant threat on the Sleeper Awakens. And Twisted Reality with Insight 1. Friction resistance. Ping the toughness off. Ready. We'll deal 1, 2, 3 damage. And I think I'm going to have to flip the alter ego here. Draw 5. So 1 threat, 1 side scheme. 1 scheme by Red Skull. 1, 2, 3. So he schemes for 5. It's going to advance this scheme, add a side scheme. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 different resource types. We still have a scheme from the sleeper. We still have an encounter card. Hydra Flame Soldier, and there is just no way from this state. No way in the world. Actually, I have a second encounter card because of Hydra Reinforcements. The villain schemes again for 5. Maybe there's no hero that would be able to handle this, but well, we got snowed under here. I'll go ahead and call it at this point. What would I even do next turn? I'd have to heal, right? So I couldn't even do any basic action shenanigans. I could clear some of this, like Hydra Reinforcements and Mass Chaos and the Sleeper. So just out of curiosity, let's see what we could do. We could go Friction Resistance, Interrogation Room for Hyper Perception. Could clear this Hydra Reinforcements. Clears the Hydra Flame Soldier. Ready Quicksilver and Friction Resistance. Use Friction Resistance in Spider-Man to get +1 defense. And also use Skilled Investigator to draw a card. Actually, you don't want to use Accelerated Reflex. We'll get our Ironheart instead and draw a card. We'll use War Machine to take down the Sleeper. Get rid of the Sleeper Awakens. That adds an encounter card. We'll use Quicksilver to thwart for 2. We'll use Lay Down the Law to play Always Be Running. Use Friction Resistance and clear the area to play Accelerated Reflex. Thwart for another 2. Use Ironheart to thwart for 1. Draw 5. So we were able to do some work there. Got another side scheme coming in. Prison Camps. Got an attack from Red Skull coming in on Ironheart. We've got 2 encounter cards coming in. If we survive that, we might stabilize. Red Skull's right hook gives him Retaliate. And the villain attacks you, which will go on War Machine. Okay. Well, we're alive. Go 1, 2, 3 for Scarlet Witch. We'll use Friction Resistance to lay down the law. Remove Prison Camps. Skilled Investigator draws a card. We bring an ally into play. Is this the time for Nick Fury? Bring Nick Fury into play. Draw 3 cards. We can go Quicksilver Thwart. Always Be Run. No, we don't have to do that yet. We can just ready him up. Use Friction Resistance for Always Be Running. Don't have to do that yet. Thwart for 2. Then we use friction resistance for always be running. Thwart for 2. Friction resistance for always be running. Go ahead and use Nick Fury to ping off the toughness. Flip over to Alter Ego. Use Scarlet Witch to thwart. And then we'll flip over to Pietro. Discard 2 and draw 3. Go 1, 2, 3, 4 to get out Daredevil. Or wait, do I have the resources to get rid of this right hook? No, I don't. Daredevil. And we'll recover with Quicksilver. Okay, we've got Order and Chaos. That's a hero interrupt though. So 1. One side quest. Hydra Patrol. 1 scheme for 3. Not that bad. I think I might have forgotten to search for a Hydra regular last time. I'm not sure. Anyway, 1 encounter card. Another Red Skull's right hook. That is rough. And Nick Fury's off. Okay, so we can go 1, 2, 3 to get rid of one of these right hooks. Use Daredevil to thwart for 2. Deal 1 damage, which isn't an attack, so it doesn't proc retaliate. We can use Scarlet Witch to thwart. She thwarts for 1, 2, 3. We'll just stay in Alter Ego form, I think. Skilled Investigator should draw. Oh, that's a hero response. Can't do that. We can use Friction Resistance to get out B-Cop. Alright, draw 6. 1 and 1. Oh yeah, and then I needed a regular for the quest that I cleared. So we got a scheme for 4. Hydra regular for 1 encounter card, which is Master Strategist. So can I deal with this second right hook? I cannot. Unless I draw something with censor the off of Skilled Investigator. Let's go Friction Resistance and Skilled Investigator to play Reinforced Sinew. Let's discard 2 cards, draw 3 with Pietro. Now let's flip. Let's go Skilled Investigator to stun the boss. Let's just go Energy, Science, Strength to get rid of Red Skull's right hook. We'll go 1, 2, and 1 damage. We'll use Quicksilver to thwart. Draw a card. We'll ready him. Use Beat Cop. Use Quicksilver. Guess we'll get out Serval Industries. and draw 5. Okay, 1 threat. One side quest. Remove stun and 1 encounter card. Place 2 threat on each scheme. Okay. Feel like we're close to stabilizing. So we can go friction resistance to lay down the law. 1, 2, 3. Beat cop. So we gotta bring in another regular. Draw a card. Go strength for Ironheart. Draw a card. Play another beat cop. Now what do I want to do here? Ping this toughness off. I think we'll use Daredevil, retire him. No, I want to save him. We'll use Quicksilver. Attack for 2. Ready him. Thwart for 2. Draw 5. So 1 threat. 1 side quest. Just 2 resource types. 1 attack by Red Skull. 1 attack by the Exo Soldier defended by Quicksilver. 1 encounter card. A Red Skull should have gotten an extra boost card actually. For Master Strategist. And 1 encounter card, which is tough status card, and he attacks. That'll go on Daredevil. Exhaust a character you control. Okay, well let's use Beat Cop. Beat Cop. Remove 2 threat. Skilled Investigator. Draw a card. We can go clear the area, lay down the law for 4. Friction resistance, clear the area for 2, draw a card. Let's use Quicksilver to attack for 2, ready him. Quicksilver to attack for 2. Just gonna put all of these together. What do I want to do here? Friction resistance, War Machine, Nick Fury play Spider-Man. Give him +2 attack. And the +2 attack won't matter though. We'll just use him to take out the Exo Soldier. And then we'll draw 4. Okay, I think it's pretty certain it's going to win at this point. Red Skull attacks. Let's put that attack. I do not like the way these are laid out now. They look terrible. There. Red Skull attacks. We'll put that attack on the Scarlet Witch. If this card resolves during an undefended attack, it doesn't. And we've got an encounter card, which is Shadow of the Past. Challenges keep coming. Okay, so hero phase. Beat Cop. I think I'm going to use Beat Cop here to take out Avalanche. So I have to incite 2 when he enters. And also take 2 indirect damage. So we'll Beat Cop to take out Avalanche. We'll use second Beat Cop for 1. We'll use Quicksilver. We'll use Friction Resistance to always be running. We'll use Quicksilver to thwart again. Skilled Investigator draws a card. We can grab an ally. Probably be Scarlet Witch. Then we will use Friction Resistance, Power in All of Us, play Maximum Velocity. Beat Cop to always be running. So he's at 4 attack at the moment. So we'll use Spider-Man to ping the toughness. We'll go attack for 4. Friction Resistance, always be running. Attack for 4. Scarlet Witch, attack for 1, 2, 3. Then we'll draw 5. So 1 threat, 1 side scheme. The Red House, 1 attack from Red Skull on Spider-Man. 1 encounter card. It's got Quick Strike. We'll have Quicksilver defend that. Okay. So we'll go Friction Resistance plus Power in All of Us to play double time. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Use Beat Cop to take out the Red House and draw a card. We'll use Quicksilver to attack for 2. Ready him. Use Quicksilver to thwart for 2. Skill our Friction Resistance to always be running. We'll use Scarlet Witch to attack Red Skull for 1, just 1. And then Quicksilver can attack for 2. So that puts us into phase 3. We'll drop Skilled Investigator and draw 3. So 1 threat. Hydra Reinforcements. Attack by Red Skull. Give the villain a tough card and another boost card. Exhaust a character you control. Ouch. And then 2, 3 encounter cards. 2 threat on each scheme. Attach to avalanche if you cannot attach to the villain. Reduces the damage attached enemy takes from each attack by 1. Exhaust your hero, discard this card. And a Hydra Jet Trooper who attacks for 2. Okay, this is painful because when Quicksilver is exhausted like this and you don't have Always Be Running, how do you actually do anything? I can go Friction Resistance for Lay Down the Law. Remove 3, use Beat Cop to remove 1. Draw a card. Get Quake out. Do I need to flip to Alter Ego here? It's gonna be close. There's 5 threat on the quest though. We'll stay in Alter Ego, or stay in Hero. That's another encounter card. 1 threat. Sense of the Past. 1 attack. And 1 attack for 1. Quicksilver defends, or for 2 I mean. And 2 encounter cards. Red Skull's Luger. Earthquake. Discard 2 cards from your hand and exhaust your identity. Doesn't say random, I can choose. The exhausting the identity really hurts. It like cripples what you can do. So let's go Friction Resistance, Genius to get a stun on Red Skull, Beat Cop, Mockingbird, and we'll just draw 4. 2 threat, remove stun, defend attack, encounter card. Okay, I may have forgotten to deal encounter cards when Hydra Soldiers have been defeated in the past, I'm not sure. We'll go Friction Resistance, clear the area, get rid of Sense of the Past, draw a card. I can shuffle 3 cards in. I know I've forgotten that in the past. Not a big thing to forget. Strength for maximum velocity. So let's attack for 3 on the Hydra Soldier. Mockingbird for 1. It's going to be an encounter card. That's a boost marker. Acceleration token. We're ready, Quicksilver. Use these 2 to play double time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear this minion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Attack from Red Skull. 2 encounter cards. Earthquake, incite 1, discard 2 cards and exhaust your identity. Ouch. We've also got a side quest coming in. And then another encounter card, which is Twisted Reality. This really hurts. I can't really do that much here. Friction Resistance, clear the area. Actually, that should have brought an additional encounter card last round. Give Red Skull a tough status card and he attacks you. So I already got a tough status card. Do I survive this? He attacks for 4. No, I don't. Okay, well, the objective was to evaluate Quicksilver. We saw 3 different versions of his deck. He's fun. There are a lot of decisions to be made, a lot of little things, a lot of room to work, but not a lot of power. The potential for his kit to do lots of damage is low. He can do lots of basic attacks for 2. He can have fun turns where you do like what was it called? Maximum velocity, and then always be running a couple of times. That's fun when it happens. It just doesn't happen that often because you need all those cards in your hand at once. I think he would be a very fun hero to play in multiplayer. I don't think he's a very viable solo hero. In fact, he did even a little worse than I thought he would. I think he did actually worse than the Wasp. So either the Wasp was better than I thought she would be, or Quicksilver was worse. I do think he'd be fun to play in multiplayer. But he isn't that strong. Maybe in multiplayer with like additional buffs from an aggression player, or maybe this really needs heroic initiative. I probably should have included that in a justice build. So maybe if you had a protection player play defense on him, a justice player play thwart, an aggression player play attack, well then would he be something? Maybe. He still seems kind of weak. Just his overall kit seems kind of weak, but he's fun and I like the character, so that kind of sucks, but no, this is my opinion of him based on my playtesting and my evaluation of the cards. Fun, but not very strong. So, thank you for watching.